Big parlay I hit, and I hit it. Well, so I had the Pacers covering the 10-point spread, and then I had 3 players going over their points. So here's the situation. Entering the fourth quarter, all 3 of my players were over.
Yep.
Right? And then the Pacers, it looked like, okay, they're either going to lose by a little or they're going to win. Last thing I wanted was overtime. But it worked out. It worked out. But I'm really looking forward to this, man. It's going to be great. I mean, the Celtics right now, they are your favorite to win the NBA title. Minus 160. I'm a little surprised at that. Timberwolves plus 240. Mavs 5-1. Pacers 28-1. Down to the final 4 of the NBA. I like the value there of the T-Wolves. I will say this, Scotty. If you're going to, let's say you're going to make you think T-Wolves are going to win. You're going to think, I'm going to take that plus 240 for the T-Wolves. Let me suggest something. You can do something called the exact result of the final. Yep. I would take the Timberwolves to beat the Celtics, and you get plus 320. I mean, if you're going to take the T-Wolves, you might as well take them to beat the Celtics, in my opinion.
Okay, so I like that, but I will tell you one other bet that I do like as well, and that's the Minnesota Timberwolves at minus 170 to win this series. Okay, so again, they're playing the Mavs game 1 tonight, and once the T-Wolves, once they got down against the Nuggets 3-2, it was another case where everybody quit on them, right? I was like, okay, yep, here we go. We're going to get that Boston-Denver final. You kind of stuck with it, right? You had Minnesota.
No, I told you to make fun of me. I'd love to say I stuck with it.
I think that
told
was a little reverse psychology.
Probably. I've been known to do that. But I did tell you, I went out of my way to say, you got to make fun of me. You have to make fun of me because I was like so on board with the T-Wolves. And last year I was on board with the Nuggets very early. I tell you what, that was a great series. And I'm really looking forward to this one too. It's going to be, you have Luka and you have Kyrie. And you would have to say Kyrie. So Luka, let's say Luka and Ant-Man kind of cancel each other out. And you could argue one way or the other. Kyrie's then the 3rd best player in the series, right? But then the T-Wolves have the 4th through 8th best players? They're deeper.
That's fair.
Bringing Naz Reid off the bench. Naz Reid is a dude. I tell you what, I'm not a fan of the regular season and in the NBA at all. I'm into these playoffs, though.
Yeah, so I was going through Twitter actually earlier today and saw people complaining about the start time of the game tonight and how the West Coast is, the coast to be on because, the games are so much earlier. But you know what? In my mind, I'm excited about staying up late to watch these games. I like the late night games. Now, I know it's different. A lot of the kids aren't going to be able to stay up. Some have school. Some have finished school now. So I do think that part kind of stinks. But I kind of like the fact that at 10:30 at night, we're going to get into it tonight with Western Conference basketball. So I'm okay with it. But, the one other thing I wanted to talk about is you were talking about your little parlay that you put together. And how, you felt really good about the player props. They all came through at the end of the 3rd quarter. And then it really all came down to the Pacers at plus 10 for you. Well, guess what? There have been situations where everything has come through and you are on the right side. And then a game goes in overtime and you got plus points where you lose. Because I can remember back to the NCAA tournament, Dave, this last year where Creighton and Oregon were playing each other. And I took the plus points with Oregon, and I had several points, and the game went into overtime. And then it actually ended up going into another overtime.
I remember you talking about this on the show.
And then I lost. And yes. I was so angry because I knew I was on the right side of the bet, right?
Was this when you had people over at your house?
Had people over. We were playing cards.
And you're like, I'm going to bed.
And it was a late game, and I threw the cards and said, forget it. I am leaving. I am going right up to bed because sometimes you have the bad beats. I'm glad it didn't happen to you, but man, that brought back some really bad memories when you said everything came through except for when it went into overtime. But then it ultimately went through for you.
That's when we had a question on the show about a week and a half ago on the Sunday show. Not this previous Sunday, the one before. And somebody asked us about horror stories about gambling. We're talking about guys ruining their lives, ruining their marriage and stuff like that. Okay, that's the worst of the worst. And then you're like, you know what else is bad? If you ruin your night or you're ruining like a birthday party. You're at like let's say you're at your nephew's birthday party or something like that. And like you're so upset because you had a bad beat, or you have a couple over and you're playing cards. You have a bad beat, and then
you throw your cards.
And then you throw your cards, and I'm sure your wife loved all of that. But seriously though, I mean, that's the dichotomy that we're in. Like, it's like sports betting is fun until it isn't.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's why we love going over to Hollywood Casino Columbus, because the atmosphere, when you got hundreds of people in a sports book all rooting one way or the other, like you and I were sitting there at the Super Bowl this last year, right? And it was such an incredible game. And you had people that had bets on both sides. And the atmosphere where you've got people screaming one way and then you got people screaming the other way. You hope that there's no fights. Fortunately, there was no fights going on in the Super Bowl.
Was that the Super Bowl? We almost saw one. Was that
It was close.
Where the guy, then he came back?
Yeah.
Was that the Super Bowl?
That was
the only time I've like almost seen a fight there at Hollywood Casino.
But that's what's great about the excitement of having a sports book where you can go to and cheer one way or the other. I had a bad beat this last weekend. You know, it's about how you get over those bad beats. I think that's a big important thing in sports gambling, is how you react to bad beats. Because if you're reacting where you're doing bad things or it's ruining your mood, then you got to step away for a minute. But if it's something where, okay, you lost, it sucks, you get angry for a few minutes, and then you get over it, that's the fun of gambling as well.
Yes, this is why I stress, like, people, and I know most people know this, but like, seriously, you can get on these apps, you can bet $1, okay? You can bet $5. Seriously, like $10, whatever. Like, and then if you lose, it's like you're saying, like, okay, whatever. Like, no big biggie, right? Yeah. If you're trying to like pay your bills with sports gambling, you've gone way too far. Speaking of going too far, up next is This or That on the Money.
More of Hollywood Casino's On the Money. On the Money.
Presented by Ohio for Responsible Gambling.
Coming up on ONN.
Common Man and T-Bone here for the Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus.
It's our absolute favorite place to go for that live VIP sportsbook experience. 12,000 square feet of sportsbook action. 2 huge walls of TVs, not to mention delicious food and drink. But your experience can be even better if you download the Penn Play app.
Yep, you can get up to $140 in rewards. It's so easy, dummies like us can do it. Got to download the free Penn Play app today and cash in your bonuses. Plus, you never know, and you'll see Man and I lurking around.
I'm lurking. Must be 21 or over. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
It's a great feeling doing business with John Hinderer Honda.
It's a great feeling doing business means we're one of the highest rated nationally in customer service. We have one of the largest selections of Hondas, and we make service simple with car convenience and mobile service, all while serving Central Ohio for over 30 years. John Hinderer Honda, Route 79 in Heath, or HindererHonda.com. Open Sundays.
It's a great feeling doing business with John Hinderer Honda. O'Reilly.
Check engine light on? Take the guesswork out of your check engine light with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free and provides a report with solutions based on over 650 million vehicle scans verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you need help, we can recommend a shop for you. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Whether you're a seasoned pro or a new golfer, think beyond the green and head over to X Golf Columbus and X Golf Powell. Come experience the most advanced and accurate golf simulators in the world at X Golf. A fun venue with great food, excellent service, and a full bar. You can play around on one of our 50 courses, take a lesson from our PGA pro, hit the driving range, join a league, or just sit back and sip a beer on the outdoor patio. Book your tee time today at playxgolf.com. X Golf Columbus and X Golf Powell, the home of indoor golf.
Atlas Butler is built to keep you comfortable, and our plumbing services are no exception. You can rely on Atlas Butler for trusted, convenient plumbing and drain service. Our expert plumbers and drain specialists can take care of anything, from a broken water heater to a clogged drain. Call today, get it fixed today. That's our pledge to you.
Atlas Butler is at your service. Call 1-800-FURNACE.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car can be picked up as soon as the next day. Receive a tax deduction and vacation voucher.
1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Now back to Hollywood Casinos on the money. On the money.
Presented by Ohio for Responsible Gambling.
From ONN.
Guys, I was asked today how much money I would have to be offered to completely rid myself of everything golf in my life, right? Get rid of no more golf polos, no more golfing, no more going to a driving range, no more putting, no more
betting on golf.
No more betting on golf.
Yeah,
and I was thinking about it, and I was like, probably $1 million.
I was pretty close to doing it for free last week.
Yes, you were. Yes, you were. But it got me thinking, and it's got my this or that question for tonight. So, Ryan, let's hit it.
Here they come, yo. Here they come. Here they come, yo. Here they come. Here they come.
All right. So my this or that, guys, is if you are offered the opportunity to either you're handed $100,000 right now, or you have a 50-50 coin flip shot at $1 million. Which way are you going? Are you taking the free $100,000 or coin flipping it for $1 million?
First of all, this might be our best this or that. And that's dare I say, that's a high bar.
I even brought a coin in just in case.
Listen, this is a good one. I would have to flip the coin and go for the $1 million.
All right, call it in the air.
I think tails never fails.
It's heads.
Obviously, I would take the $100,000. No, I would. I would have to. I mean, imagine like the rest of your life, you'd be wishing. Even if you had the $100,000, you'd be wishing the rest of your life. Oh man, what if I had the $1 million? And if it'd be different, if it's like, I mean, it'd still be great, like a $500,000. Then I might feel different about it. You're talking about 10 times the money. I think the odds are. The analytics, I would think, would be with you.
That's right.
The advanced analytics, Moneyball would be with you. So I would flip the coin and go for the $1 million.
Okay. Dave is going for the flip. He lost the flip. Ryan, you going for the flip?
I'm already down $1 million, Ryan.
So there's part of me that feels like it depends on where I am in my life.
You're where you are right now.
Like right now, I think I would take the flip. But then there's also part of me that says, I could take that $100,000 and I could do the right things with it and I could turn it into $1 million.
Yeah, now is the time of your life where you're doing well. We're not talking about like earlier in your life.
So there's part of me that's like, take the sure thing and turn it, even though that it's going to be hard work. But yeah, I think I'm going to take the flip and go for the $1 million.
All right, sir. And again, you can see us now on YouTube. So you can see this coin flip, 971 on YouTube. I'm going to flip that coin. Are you going to call heads or tails?
I will always go tails.
Tails it is. We're 0 for 2.
This is a two-sided coin. You realize this now?
No.
It's a two-sided coin.
Right here. Where's the camera? Right here. It is heads and tails. Which way I'm going. I'm going for the flip.
You're going, of course you are. You're Scotty Vegas.
Going for the flip, and it is heads, and I am going to get... Oh, it's rolling around. It's rolling around. It is... Tails. We went 0 for 3. You can get with this or you can get with
All right. I don't think we've done this one before with all of our food. Maybe we have. I don't know. We've been doing this or that even before Ryan became a part of the Wolf Pack, but I don't think we've done this one. Generally speaking, I know there are very different kinds of both. Generally speaking, are you getting with soup or are you getting with salad?
I'm going to say soup.
And have we done this one before?
I don't think we've done it, at least not anytime recently.
Good.
There's only a handful of soups that I like, but the handful of soups that I like, I really, really like. So there's never a salad where I'm like, oh my gosh, that was the most amazing thing I've had. But there's soups that I'm like, yes, give me more. I love hot and sour Chinese soup. So maybe I'll go soup over salad.
It's almost like unfair. It's almost unfair because I think lobster bisque counts. You can't yada yada.
Chili?
You can't yada yada over the bisque. Yeah, exactly. Like clam chowder. Are you serious? And I like a good Caesar salad, a nice house salad, a chef salad. Give me bacon and
salmon on it, something like that.
Oh, geez. So I like a lot of salads, but I'm getting with soup, Brian Baker.
This is so easy for me because, one, I despise lettuce. I can't stand it. It's like chewing on newspaper to me. So the chances of me eating a salad are very slim. Give me the soup all day.
How about this real quick? Let's name our favorite soup. You go first, Dave. What's the number one soup? I'm going hot and sour soup from Chinese. That's my
clam
number
chowder
one.
from a restaurant, not the clam chowder you get like from the store where it's really potato chowder. With
Is that the red or the white?
New England.
I can never
white,
remember
the white.
that.
The red is New Orleans. Yeah, New England clam chowder is
Ace
the white.
Ventura.
Yeah.
Mine's easy. Max and Irma's tortilla soup. I'll literally drive to Lancaster just for that.
That's a good one.
Gosh, you're right. That one's fantastic.
All right,
Lobster
guys.
bisque is up there too.
This has been a question that's been going around the station for a couple days through a couple different shows, and I think it's because we're hitting Memorial Day and cookout season, so people are thinking about the cookout foods. Are you getting with a brat, or are you getting with a smoked sausage?
Wait, do the Johnsonville sausages with the cheese count as a smoked sausage?
Yeah, those are smoked sausages. I mean,
Those
they're
are just
sausages.
they're just
they're
called
not brats.
sausages.
No, there are brats
so I'm getting
with cheese too.
I'm
but-
getting with the Johnsonville sausages. I love those. The ones with the cheddar cheese in them.
Yeah, I'm more about the brat than I am the sausage. I'm not a huge brat or sausage guy. I'd rather just kind of a plain hot dog. But if I had to go one or the other, give me the brat.
Yeah, so I'm not a big brat guy. I don't know what it is about the flavor of the brat that I don't love that much. But you give me a smoked sausage, especially one of the ones like you mentioned with the cheddar. Sometimes I'll get the Eckrich ones. They'll be on sale, and I'll grab some of those and eat them like a hot dog almost. I love those smoked sausages.
Coming up next, we're going to go over the Buckeyes national championship odds. They continue to go down. This is On the Money.
This is Hollywood Casinos On the Money. On the Money.
Presented by Ohio for Responsible Gambling.
From ONN.
Have you experienced foot or ankle pain during or after sports, running, or exercising at the gym? Nagging aches in your foot or ankle that won't go away? Podiatric physicians can provide you with important foot care solutions, shoe inserts, or show you how to support your feet and ankles so you're able to compete or exercise comfortably. Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association podiatric physicians are located throughout the state and have been serving the profession and the public for over 100 years. For more information or to find a member of the Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association near you, visit ohiofoot.org.
Flexible, secure, fun. Oh, and great pay, too. Are you not sure what you want to do for a career? Or are you thinking of changing careers? Being a dental hygienist or dental assistant may be the perfect fit for you and provides all of these perks, plus more. Talk with a dentist in your community or visit ODA.org to learn more. Become a valuable member of the dental team and start helping people love their smile. This message is brought to you by the members of the Ohio Dental Association.
This is the sound of a popular American motorcycle. It's the sound of freedom, the open road, really good times. And this is what it sounds like with a drunk guy in it. How do you like the sound of that? Cops are cracking down on drunk motorcycle riders. If you ride drunk, you will get caught and you will get arrested. Drunk riding, over the limit, under arrest. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Transportation.
Proper tree care is an investment that can lead to substantial returns and increased personal enjoyment. Hiring a certified arborist can help care for your trees and add considerable value to your property. Inspections by Ohio ISA certified arborists can often find and mitigate tree defects before they fail. Only professionals with specialized knowledge and training are properly equipped to provide appropriate care. To find an arborist, visit trees4ohio.org. That's trees4ohio.org.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy real estate as is fast for cash. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family. I even buy my tenants won't pay me the rent houses. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
Hey, folks, it's game day, and the betting's going to be intense, Drew.
You said it, Dave. But a good pregame routine keeps betting responsible.
That's right. You got to pause before you play.
Good call. Sports betting is hot, but it can be risky.
And pausing to set limits is an all-star move.
That's right, Dave. If you bet on sports, pause before you play to set limits, recognize the risk, and know when to stop.
Learn more at pausebeforeyouplay.org.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. You're listening to Hollywood Casinos On the Money. On the Money.
Presented by Ohio for Responsible Gambling.
On ONN.
Welcome back to On the Money. Let's talk some Ohio State football. Let's talk some college football odds. All right. So for the longest time, Ohio State had the second lowest odds to Georgia, and they still do, but it was more like 7-1. Then it was 6-1, 5-1, 4.5-1, 4-1. Now it's all the way down. Ohio State is 3.5-1. Georgia plus 325. Basically a coin flip there, splitting hairs. Georgia plus 325, Ohio State plus 350 to win the national championship. So you look at that gap, plus 325, plus 350. Who's next? Texas plus 750. Notice that jump from Ohio State, plus 350, Texas plus 750. Next is Oregon from the Big Ten, which is still weird to say, 9-1. And then tied for fifth, Bama, LSU, and Ole Miss at 16-1. Next is Notre Dame, 22-1. Then you have Michigan and Penn State tied at ninth at 25-1. This is per ESPN Bet.
You know what I find interesting, Dave, is first off, how significant of a difference it is when you draw a line after the top four teams. Okay. So looking at those odds, and I was just going through kind of trying to do the math on the kind of the win probability. I know that there's those betting odds that are out. Well, you can correlate those betting odds with the percentage chance of what people think that their teams are going to win the national championship. Okay. So Georgia at 3-1 to win it all. That means the implied odds are 25%. That Georgia has a 25% chance of winning the national championship. Now, Ohio State, they, as you've talked about, their odds have gone down now, plus 350. So they have their odds at a 22% chance of winning the national championship. Texas, by the way, plus 750 in the odds. That means their implied percentage chance of winning the national championship is 12%. And then the last one that I'm going to talk about is Oregon, and their implied percentage chance is 10.8%. So when you add up those four teams, that is over 73% of the implied odds are that the national championship is going to come from one of those top four teams. And so you almost kind of draw that line at those four. And would you want to bet anyone below those four? I think based on the odds, the answer is no. I think the champion will come from one of those four teams.
And I want to get your take on this because we had a interesting discussion on Bucknuts about this. I hope you saw this thread. And because I made the comment, because people are asking, well, how come the line keeps going down for Ohio State? I'm like, because the money is coming in on Ohio State. It's that simple.
Correct, yeah.
We have a guy on our board who's a sharp who said, that's not exactly accurate. It's not just the money coming in, it's the sharp money. And I said semantics. I said the sharp money is the most money, right? And he explained, he's like, yeah, I mean, pretty much. He's like, I wouldn't say semantics. He's like, they know who the sharps are. Explain this to the people.
I'm so glad you said that because especially when you get into the NFL season and you have the initial lines come out, right? So generally you have the games finish up on a Sunday and then the lines for the next week come out immediately. Well, those lines aren't moving based on how the public is betting. Those lines are based on how the respected gamblers
so if Ryan
are
and
putting
I make
money
a big
in.
bet, they're not, when we make our $10 bet, that's not moving the line.
Probably not.
When Ryan's dropping Lincolns and Hamiltons on people?
No, probably not. But I will say this. The sharps tend to try and trick the bookmakers as well. So if you're coming in early in the week with, say, a $10,000 bet, you're a sharp, you got big money, you're okay, I'm interested in taking the side on this one. And so I'm a sharp, I'm going to put $10,000 down on the side. Well, they know that line is going to move. And so what they actually wanted was the line to move. And so then they're coming in with a much more significant bet more than the $10,000, maybe a $20,000 or a $30,000 bet on the other way. So they like to try and trick bookmakers a little bit to get those lines to move a little bit. So you're right, though. What moves lines more than anything else is the respected bettors and where they come in.
And they know who they are.
Absolutely.
I was asking this guy, well, how do they police against like people setting up like fake accounts? He's like, my lawyer doesn't want me to answer that question. And then he explained that happens. Like they flag who the sharps are, and then the sharps start new accounts.
Oh, yeah. I mean, just like a general manager of a football team has stats and analytics on every single player in the NFL, these bookmakers have stats and analytics on all of their top bettors. Like, they love when the public money is coming in one way and the sharps are on the other side. Like, that's a very good sign for them.
Do you have any experience of knowing anybody who's like been limited or anything? Oh, wait a minute. You have been not allowed to do live golf bets because you're so damn good at it.
4 different sites over the span.
Goal. That's my goal, Ryan.
Over the span of 5 years, 4 different sites.
I want to be so good at like sports gambling on anything that they're like, you can't do that anymore. Like Scotty's that 4 different sites. Scotty Vegas, everybody.
But the deal with that is that was back a few years ago when odds were not as quick to change. Now, I'll tell you what, you're betting golf. These odds are changing immediately after shots. You know, 2, 3, 4 years ago, you would see a ball hit to 6 feet, and I could watch it and assume that the player is going to make it from 6 feet. Well, 4, 5, 6 years ago, those odds weren't changing until the ball went in from 6 feet. Then the odds were changed. That's so different now that we have ShotLink and everything. So the advantage to the bettor is a lot tougher in golf than it was 4 or 5 years ago.
Scotty, betting on golf is the opposite of trash. But up next is That's Trash on the Money.
More of Hollywood Casinos on the Money. On the Money.
Presented by Ohio for Responsible Gambling.
Coming up on ONN.
At Bet365, we don't do ordinary. We believe that every sport should be epic. Every home run, every hit, every inning, every play, from the moments that are legendary to the ones that fly under the radar.
Whether it's a walk-off granny or a base hit to center field, whatever the sport, whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. 21 and older, must be present in Ohio. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Eric was way behind on his taxes.
I owed a lot of money to the IRS, almost $15,000. I tried to make payments.
The IRS wasn't satisfied with Eric's efforts, so they came after him full force.
They're coming to put a lien and a hold on all my income, my home, my car. I was just overwhelmed at what to do.
Then Eric called Optima Tax Relief.
When Optima Tax got involved, the calls would stop, the threats would stop. It was easy like 1, 2, 3.
Optima Tax Relief is A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, and their team of expert tax professionals took care of Eric's problem.
I owe $15,000, and now my debt is clean. I don't owe anything.
Take Eric's advice.
If you have a tax problem, you need to call Optima Tax now.
Call Optima Tax Relief for a free consultation. Call 800-348-0269. 800-348-0269. 800-348-0269. Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
We always come through for you when you need us to. That's ECO's promise to you. And for AC repair and installation, that means today, not tomorrow. If you have an air condition breakdown, we'll get a tech out to your home today. Or we'll give you a year's EcoFi Advantage membership for free. And make no mistake, we're a repair, not replace company. Our techs are trained to give you all your repair options. Sometimes, though, it just makes more financial sense to replace. And that's where we really come through for you when you need us to. Because we'll replace your AC system same day. No sleeping overnight in a hot, humid house. Or we'll take $1,500 off the cost of your new system and provide you with portable AC units for your bedroom. That's what coming through for you when you need us to means. So if you need AC repair, call ECO for same-day service. We'll get your home cool again. We'll make it happen today.
At GetEco.com.
When you have to stop but don't really want to, stop at BP. Because BP has everything you need to keep it going. Fuel to keep the adventures going. The BP Me app to keep the savings and the commutes going. Snacks and drinks to keep the crew going. And the BP Me Rewards Visa to keep the rewards going and going and going. A stop at BP isn't a stop at all. Keep it going.
The Fan. Ohio sports destination. Now back to Hollywood Casinos On the Money.
Presented by Ohio for Responsible Gambling.
From ONN.
Usually I take the trash out on Thursday night. However, Wednesday night is trash night here on the Money. So, Ryan, hit it.
Take out the papers and the trash. Or you don't get no spending cash.
All right, guys. For me, you know what's trash? The fact that Greg Olson is being demoted to the number 2 team at Fox. Greg Olson just won an Emmy as the best NFL analyst. Did an incredible job all year, was awesome at the Super Bowl, and guess what? Now he's number 2 at Fox, and he'll barely be seen, right? To be honest with you. So Tom Brady, of course, signed the 10-year, $375 million deal 2 years ago, once he retired, to become Fox's number 1 football analyst. And will he do a good job? Probably. I'm excited to see Tom Brady. But guys, I think Greg Olson is the best in the business. I 100% think he's better than Tony Romo. I think he's better than Chris Collinsworth. And I like Chris Collinsworth a lot. I know a lot of people don't like him. I do like Chris Collinsworth. I do think, though, that Greg Olson is the best. And there's a reason why he won an Emmy for the best NFL analyst this last year. So you know what's trash? The fact that Greg Olson is demoted to number 2 at Fox. Ryan, that's trash.
When I'm dead, just throw me in the trash.
All right. The makers of EA Sports College Football, I wanted to say were awesome, right? Because we've been waiting for this game to come back, right? The makers of this game are trash. Did you see them trolling Ohio State? And now we know, like, the main engineer, software engineer of this game is a Michigan grad. And okay, you're trolling Ohio State, but listen, they went too far. A little bit having fun, okay. They went too far, though. I mean, the trailer was like 2 minutes long. It features an Ohio State player getting stiff-armed by a Michigan guy getting thrown down to the ground. It shows Illinois hosting the Illabuck Trophy. Which, come on, let's get real here. I mean, Eddie George ain't fumbling 2 times this year. They're showing Kyle McCord in a Syracuse jersey right after that. Okay. So just sounds like something like a 7th grader would do. So EA Sports, the guy, I'm not even going to name his name. You can look it up. You're trash.
That's why I don't read the newspaper, because it's garbage. And the editor that let it come out is garbage.
So Sunday night, I'm at home. I was watching something. It ended. I'm like, I'm going to flip over and see where the NASCAR All-Star race is. They've got about 50 laps left. So I go ahead and I watch the rest of the race, and I'm getting ready to turn it off and go to bed. And then all of a sudden, I see what had the NASCAR world still buzzing. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. sitting outside of Kyle Busch's trailer after Kyle Busch had wrecked him out of the race on purpose on lap number 2, ending Ricky's chance of winning $1 million, which is the prize for the All-Star race. And I see them get into a heated discussion, and then all of a sudden, bam, Ricky just pops him with a right hand, and a melee ensues. Well, NASCAR today has fined Ricky Stenhouse Jr. $75,000. It's the most they've ever fined a driver for a fight. Now, usually they don't fine drivers for a fight. They let them, get it over. If crew members and other people get involved, they will fine
like
or suspend
Ricky Stenhouse
them.
Jr.'s dad who got involved.
Who's suspended indefinitely from NASCAR. But Ricky Stenhouse Jr. got wrecked on the second lap of a 200-lap race. Normally, he would have been gone, but there's no way for these guys to get out of North Wilkesboro Speedway. There's no tunnel, there's no stairs, there's no nothing. So they're stuck there just sitting and stewing and having people talk to them about this. So NASCAR could have done something to possibly prevent this, but they didn't, and now they give him the biggest fine ever for this, for hitting a guy that I think most of the drivers in NASCAR would like to hit. That's trash.
I love it because it's trash.
You know what else is trash, by the way? Earlier in the show, we all did a little flip of the coin to determine if we were going to take $1 million, we were going to win $1 million, or we were going to just take the safe $100,000. We all decide to flip. We all lose the coin flip. And I'm just doing the math here. 1 in 8 chance that we would all lose the coin flip. So we were trash tonight. When we come back, we're going to get into Major League Baseball betting. Some people think that's trash, including me. But we are going to talk dingers. That is not trash. That is next on The Money.
This is Hollywood Casinos On the Money. On the Money.
Presented by Ohio for Responsible Gambling.
From ONN.
I'm Scotty Vegas, and I just hit on my biggest win of the year. I called Maxima Concrete to create my ultimate sports driveway, and they delivered better than hitting that huge parlay. The neighbors wondered why I just go out and stare with a big smile at the ground. It's because Maxima Concrete gave me the driveway for all my ultimate pickleball battles, my game-winning basketball shots against the kids, and an area to make memories forever. Maxima Concrete does patios, walkways, driveways, and more. Get your free estimate at maximaconcrete.com.
Check out the all-new John Hinderer Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram facility in Heath and experience the difference. We're your exclusive AgPack dealer, offering up to $30,000 in savings and benefits. And if you're tired of waiting at the dealership for service, take advantage of our service made simple with Carvenience or mobile service. Home of the lifetime powertrain guarantee and one of the largest selections in Central Ohio. John Hinderer Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Route 79 in Heath, or HindererCDJR.com. We love what moves you.
Hey there, friends. Bo Bishop here. I've been talking about High Bank Whiskey for a while now, and I'm not alone. This just in. High Bank Distillery Co. is the most awarded distillery in America at the 2024 San Francisco World Spirits Competition. This is the largest spirits competition in the world, and High Bank is dominating. And we've got the best. It's right here in town. So the next time you're looking for a pour of the good stuff, stop by your local liquor store to grab a bottle, or stop into their 2 restaurant locations at Gahanna and Grandview. Dine, drink, distill at High Bank.
Common Man and T-Bone here for the Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus.
It's our absolute favorite place to go for that live VIP sportsbook experience. 12,000 square feet of sportsbook action. 2 huge walls of TVs, not to mention delicious food and drink. But your experience can be even better if you download the Penn Play app.
Yep, you can get up to $140 in rewards. It's so easy, dummies like us can do it. Got to download the free Penn Play app today and cash in your bonuses. Plus, you never know, and you'll see Man and I lurking around.
I'm lurking. Must be 21 or over. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
It was a quiet night in Columbus, maybe a little too quiet. Me, Philip Flapper, plumbing detective. I was finishing up for the night when she walked in. Long hair, 2 legs, a couple of arms, a nose, elbows. Pretty standard equipment for this neighborhood. I looked at her, she looked at me, and then we did that thing where we both spoke at the same time. What can I do for you? I'm sorry, that was awkward. We went on to talk about clogs, funny odors, water going down the drain too slow. This is above my pay grade, I told her, and gave her this website, apexpros.com. They're the pros who knows, the kinds of plumbers who don't mind getting their hands dirty. And believe me, what's down those pipes is dirty. Ugh, call the pros, Apex Pros. And that was it. She walked out of my life, using those legs I told you about earlier.
Hi, it's Alex, the friendly Apex Bear from Apex Pros. Apex Plumbers are the pros who knows. ApexPros.com.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. You're listening to Hollywood Casinos On the Money. On the Money.
Presented by Ohio for Responsible Gambling.
On ONN.
You know, Scotty and Ryan, I'll see people now talking about reverse psychology, and I'm like, they definitely listen to On the Money, and I'm happy about that, because reverse psychology is what? The best of the psychologies. Like, you can say criminal psychology, behavioral psychology. All good psychologies. Nothing beats reverse psychology. Reverse! Okay. Speaking of reverse, can I have a reverse on taking Mike Giancarlo Stanton in dingers? Hit it, Ryan. So my pick was so bad, Giancarlo Stanton. I feel like one of you must have picked him for me, and I picked Judge for
funny
Ryan.
Guy.
I mean, what's going on? What's going on this week? And now it's down to so I have 12, Ryan has 9, and you have 8.
Okay,
Scotty, it's getting
Cutting
close.
the gap.
I kept making fun saying, oh, this battle for second is intriguing. And now, I tell you what, guys, I don't think I have any chance at all. I think it's between the two of you. Here we go. I mean, and listen, I know whoever wins between you're going to want to go to Long John Silver's or whatever. I get that. But I have no chance.
You know what's funny is we do this every week, and it's such a crapshoot, obviously. But, Scotty, you wanted to pick Marcell Ozuna, but you had already picked him once this year.
Oh, I know.
And he has 2 home runs this week. I've got Judge, so I'm not complaining. He's hit 2 this week. But you, Dave, took Kyle Tucker last week, and that's who I was going to pick last week. I didn't want to pick the same guy, and I thought about picking him this week, and I didn't because Judge had 7 games over him. And Kyle Tucker hit 3 in the first 2 days. So it's so funny just paying attention to all this.
See, and I rely, I'm not a baseball guy. You guys both know this. You guys come in here and you always have the baseball games on the TV. And, to me, all my baseball information comes from the guy who runs this radio station, Cody. Other than that,
Go Tigers.
I've pretty much checked out of Major League Baseball. But one thing that we need to do is we need to look at the odds board because, you got to update for me where we are with the Guardians because it's been a nice start for the Guardians this year.
Yes. You want their odds to win it all?
Heck yeah.
So the Guardians, they have the 8th best odds in baseball, 18-1. No one would have predicted that entering the year. And then I was like, oh, they look good early, and then they lost Bieber. I'm like, crap. And I'm a Reds fan. I'm not going to act like I'm a Guards fan, but I don't dislike them. I was like, oh, man, that's going to be really hard for them to recover from that. And they just keep trucking. Guardians, they also have the 4th best odds to win the AL pennant, 8-1. If you're a Guards fan, you believe in your boys, 8-1 to win the AL pennant, 18-1 to win it all. These odds are courtesy of ESPN Bet.
Okay, here's the great thing. So I went back. I decided to look back at last year's World Series and how that was such a long shot World Series. Guys, so before the season started last year, the Diamondbacks and the Rangers to make the World Series, just to make it, those 2 teams to make it, 1,750 to 1. How ridiculous is that, thinking back on that? So what I wanted to do is I wanted each of you to give me a long shot team from each league, okay? Dave, you can give me a long shot team from the AL, and Ryan, you give me one from the NL.
And what constitutes long shot again? I'm sorry.
I would say double digits or more to win the league. And so if you can give me 2, I figure last year we had 1,750 to 1. And so I'm just going to ask you guys, pick one random team that's a long shot, one that you think can make a run to make the World Series. Because I'm going to do it. Because why not? Why not do the $5 bet and hope that you get a really long shot World Series again? So you, AL, Dave, who you got?
I'm going to go NL on you.
Okay.
I'm going to go Cubs at 15-1 to win the NL pennant. I mean, their odds to win the World Series are big time. They're like 40-1 to win the World Series. But here's the thing about the Cubs. I think they're going to win the NL Central because I think the Brewers are going to fall off. The Reds, of course, are crapping the bed. I don't think the Pirates are going to be able to keep up with them, although the Pirates, they've got a lot going for them. But the Reds have been a disaster this year. The Cardinals are not good. So I think the Cubs are going to win the NL Central. And that immediately gives them a good chance of winning the NL pennant. So I like the odds there at 15-1. Now, listen, do I think the Dodgers, Braves, or Phillies are going to win the NL? Yes, I do. I think one of those 3, but you asked me, I have to answer. All of those are Phillies have the 3rd worst odds of those 3 at 4-1. So, quote unquote, long shot. Cubs 15-1.
Well, I like that because guess what? Last year, I was betting the Dodgers, and I had big money on the Braves to win the World Series, and they didn't even get there. So, obviously. So, that's why I'm looking for long shots. All right, I've got the 15-1 with the Cubs in. Now, Ryan, you have to give me an AL team for my long shot World Series bet.
So, I've got 2 here, and they're both in the AL West. The one is the Houston Astros. They got off to a terrible start, but they've been playing a lot better right now. Jose Altuve has gotten hot. Alex Bregman has picked it up a little bit. They're 16-1. I don't think you can ever count out the Astros. And then the other, the Texas Rangers. Remember, they lost in the World Series last year. They're 25-1 right now.
They won the World Series last year.
Oh, they won. Yeah, they won the World Series last year. Excuse me. They've got Max Scherzer, Jacob deGrom, and Tyler Mahle, I believe, right? All three pitchers that should be coming back, like trade deadline acquisitions for them around the All-Star break or just after. That's three. Obviously, deGrom and Scherzer, they're great starting pitchers. Mahle is a quality starting pitcher as well. That's three guys returning to that rotation. They've got a good young lineup. I think the Texas Rangers at 25-1 is pretty good.
Okay, real quickly, if I do that bet, by the way, I have them at plus 950. To win the AL. So not 25-1. I think you might be looking at World Series odds, right? So
that's right. I was doing World Series.
Okay, so if I put those two together, the 15-1 and the plus 950, $100 bet, $16,700. That's Bermuda right there.
Bermuda. I love it. Up next is Best Bets on the Money.
More of Hollywood Casinos on the money. On the money.
Presented by Ohio for Responsible Gambling.
Coming up on ONN.
Have you experienced foot or ankle pain during or after sports, running, or exercising at the gym? Nagging aches in your foot or ankle that won't go away? Podiatric physicians can provide you with important foot care solutions, shoe inserts, or show you how to support your feet and ankles so you're able to compete or exercise comfortably. Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association podiatric physicians are located throughout the state and have been serving the profession and the public for over 100 years. For more information or to find a member of the Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association near you, visit ohiofoot.org.
Flexible, secure, fun. Oh, and great pay, too. Are you not sure what you want to do for a career? Or are you thinking of changing careers? Being a dental hygienist or dental assistant may be the perfect fit for you and provides all of these perks, plus more. Talk with a dentist in your community or visit ODA.org to learn more. Become a valuable member of the dental team and start helping people love their smile. This message is brought to you by the members of the Ohio Dental Association.
This is the sound of a popular American motorcycle. It's the sound of freedom, the open road, really good times. And this is what it sounds like with a drunk guy in it. How do you like the sound of that? Cops are cracking down on drunk motorcycle riders. If you ride drunk, you will get caught and you will get arrested. Drunk riding, over the limit, under arrest. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Transportation.
Proper tree care is an investment that can lead to substantial returns and increased personal enjoyment. Hiring a certified arborist can help care for your trees and add considerable value to your property. Inspections by Ohio ISA certified arborists can often find and mitigate tree defects before they fail. Only professionals with specialized knowledge and training are properly equipped to provide appropriate care. To find an arborist, visit trees4ohio.org. That's trees4ohio.org.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy real estate as is fast for cash. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family. I even buy my tenants won't pay me the rent houses. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
And now, Public Education Matters with Ohio Education Association President Scott Damaro.
All students, no matter where they're from, what they look like, or where they live, deserve to see themselves in their curriculum and to feel appreciated and respected for who they are. Join us in celebrating Asian American, Native Hawaiian, and Pacific Islander Heritage Month and celebrating the beautiful diversity of Ohio's public schools.
Public Education Matters, brought to you by the Ohio Education Association.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Now back to Hollywood Casinos on the money. On the money.
Presented by Ohio for Responsible Gambling.
From ONN.
Welcome back to On the Money. It is time for Best Bets. Hit it, Ryan.
Dave Biddle and Scotty Vegas both think they're right. Chances are they're both wrong. On the Money presents Best Bets.
Sponsored by Maxima Concrete. If you need a driveway, garage, patio, even an in-ground pool, Maxima Concrete are the guys to call. Schedule a free estimate today at MaximaConcrete.com.
Scotty Vegas, make the good people some money, my friend.
You know what's frustrating is on Sunday, I said my best bets were Bryson DeChambeau or Victor Hovland to win at the PGA Championship. And they were both right in it. in the last couple holes. And, of course, Xander Schauffele has a little toilet bowl putt that goes in for him on the 72nd hole. But that's okay. I'm going back to the country club sports with my best bets today. I am going to go, guys, this is a shocker here, but I like the value still. Plus 260 on Scotty Scheffler. Okay? He's not in jail.
To get handcuffed or to win the tournament?
He's scot-free, and he is going to win at the Colonial this week. He is just so much better than everybody else in this field that he is going to win this week. There's no Xander in this field. I think Scotty Scheffler gets it done. So plus 260, still good value. And so that's where I'm going with the Colonial. But the other country club sport, let's talk some clay tennis. Let's talk French Open as that gets going. And I'm looking at the men's side, and Novak Djokovic, he's been a little banged up lately. Carlos Alcaraz, he's been dealing with injuries. Jannik Sinner, also a little banged up. So what does that lead me to? That leads me to Casper Ruud, who, by the way, is 12-1 headed into the French Open. And by the way, guys, if you're wondering about Casper, he was the runner-up over the last 2 French Opens. So, third time is a charm. Casper gets it done at 12-1. Good value at the French.
And, excuse me, Nadal is out?
Nadal is out.
Jeez. That's too bad. It is. It is. And what's Joker's odds?
I think Joker's 3-1. But he got hit in the head. By the way, Joker got hit in the head with a water bottle recently.
Wow. I'm sure that was.
But it was not just an ordinary water bottle. Apparently, it was like a metal one that really hit him and really did some damage to him. He lost his next match.
Oh, it wasn't like okay. It was like
the bottle you have right there,
like a big old Yeti that hit him in the side of the head,
right on the noggin.
Okay, well,
not a plastic bottle.
I'm still taking Djokovic. Okay. My best bet. I'm telling you, I'm taking plus 320 the Wolves to beat the Celts in the NBA Finals. So that's your exact result. The Timberwolves to beat the Celtics in the NBA Finals, plus 320. We got game 1 going on right now.
Yeah, and I'm excited for it, right? As we talked about, it's a late start, right? But let's stay up. Let's stay up till 11 o'clock. Let's watch these games because you know what? We get to the point now where we're in the conference finals, and I love the NBA once we get late playoffs. It takes till about game 6 or 7 early in the playoffs to get me interested, but now that we're into the conference finals, I'm in on game 1 because last night was a lot of fun.
By the way, speaking of Scotty Scheffler, let me ask you this. So you have Jeff Darlington saying that the cop attached himself to the car.
Yeah.
Now you have Bob Wischusen saying the exact same thing, both eyewitnesses. The cop saying he was dragged by Scotty Scheffler.
A little of this or that.
Where are we at on that? Huh.
Yeah.
I don't know.
There has got to be video.
There's no body cam footage.
But there's got to be some video somewhere of this.
There's no way Jeff Darlington's lying about that. And he said, and trust me, I'm on Team Blue. Trust me, not in football, but sounds like that the cop attached himself to the car. Why would he lie about that? And Bob Wischusen, who stayed in the same van that
right.
But here's the thing,
they both reported the exact same thing.
You can, how did he attach? Did he just, grab the window or something? Then he could have grabbed it and still been drugged. You know?
Wischusen reported that he thought the guy was mad and slipped and fell. That's interesting. Mm-hmm. It's interesting. I bet
Ruined his pants.
I bet you know what? Exactly. His $80 pants. If we could bet on this, I bet charges will get dropped.
I'm with you on that.
Just a little.
Set the odds.
Just a little
believe
bet.
They haven't.
Set the puppies.
Minus 200.
Yeah.
That is our show for this evening. Thank you very much for joining us. For Scotty Vegas and Ryan Baker, I am Dave Biddle. This has been On the Money.
Eric was way behind on his taxes.
I owed a lot of money to the IRS, almost $15,000. I tried to make payments.
The IRS wasn't satisfied with Eric's efforts, so they came after him full force.
They're coming to put a lien and a hold on all my income, my home, my car. I was just overwhelmed at what to do.
Then Eric called Optima Tax Relief.
When Optima Tax got involved, the calls would stop, the threats would stop. It was easy 1, 2, 3.
Optima Tax Relief is A-plus rated by the Better Business Bureau, and their team of expert tax professionals took care of Eric's problem.
I owe $15,000, and now my debt is clean. I don't owe anything.
Take Eric's advice.
If you have a tax problem, you need to call Optima Tax now.
Call Optima Tax Relief for a free consultation. Call 800-348-0269. 800-348-0269. 800-348-0269.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Have you heard? There's always more at Speedway, like a Big Bite hot dog and Big Gulp drink for only $2.50. We've got what you're in the mood for, and now you can get more with less. Get your big meal deal for only $2.50 with Speedy Rewards. Valid through 1/7/25. Speedway has the right to end this promotion early, plus tax. Participating U.S. stores only. See app for full terms. All rights reserved.
Looking to sell your home? Don't pay 6% commission. Call my guys at Sell for 1% Realtors. They're full service, not a do-it-yourself kind of thing. On average, customers save over $10,000. Give them a call, 614-451-6616. That's 451-6616.
Ah, the sweet sounds of spring. The crack of a bat, chorus of birds, and the glorious hum of a freshly tuned AC system. Don't sweat it. Let the Waterworks Heating and Cooling team keep you in tune with a spring AC checkup.
You're all set.
Schedule a visit today and stay cool all summer long. Call the Waterworks Heating and Cooling team, 614-333-9720, or schedule service on our website. The Waterworks. Better care, better value, better AC.
Common Man and T-Bone here for the Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus.
It's our absolute favorite place to go for that live VIP sportsbook experience. 12,000 square feet of sportsbook action. 2 huge walls of TVs, not to mention delicious food and drink. But your experience can be even better if you download the Penn Play app.
Yep, you can get up to $140 in rewards. It's so easy, dummies like us can do it. Got to download the free Penn Play app today and cash in your bonuses. Plus, you never know, and you'll see Man and I lurking around.
I'm lurking. Must be 21 or over. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
O'Reilly. You need parts? O'Reilly Auto Parts has parts. Need them fast? We've got fast. No matter what you need, we have thousands of professional parts people doing their part to make sure you have it. Product availability. Just one part that makes O'Reilly stand apart. The professional parts people.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.